I worked him up. I think Shorty is a dude, yo.
It might even know if anything's possible.
Yeah, because when she looked like she had like some, like a ripped chest. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A city, A hood, get ready, Tones coming through. Got love for me, got love for A one of you. Rappers wanna battle, we're prepared to be number 2. Look you in your face like, son, who the fuck is you? Arrogance, cockiness, nerve of that boy, Tones.
We do interview the Brandys, and we do interview the Beyoncés, and we do interview just 2 days ago we had Wiz Khalifa and we had Juicy J in here. But then we also get people that, you know, Juicy J, I was just talking to him about winning an Academy Award. Who would have thought that 3 6 Mafia would have won an Academy Award? Well, my man Dirty Steve, who's a local artist in the area, does a lot of things at the lounge and does a lot of open mics, hit me up and was like, yo, you gotta interview my man. He's coming to town. We're doing a Toys for Tots campaign. He's like crushing it on TV, writing songs and on the FX. Like he can walk in the FX, take his shirt off, and they just gonna bow down to him. And I'm like, all right, well, let's make it happen. So then he tells me he's taking a train here. I'm like, taking a train? I didn't know there was a train that came to Virginia. But now he's in here, so go ahead and introduce yourself to the world. Say
what up, what up? It's your boy T.O.N.E-z, T-O.N.E-z. There's dots in between, T.O.N.E-z, straight from the Bronx, New York.
Bronx, New York. Now, Steve gave me a little background on you, meaning it wasn't the typical, yo, he's a dope rapper, he's got Fabulous on the track, and Cool and Dre production. He came to me and said, yo, he's writing records for TV shows.
Yep.
Tell everybody what show, what channel, I mean, people probably are familiar with it, but tell them.
Okay, I'm part of a band called Gangsta Grass. We did the theme song for a TV show drama called Justified.
Okay.
Starring Timothy Oliphant, and comes on every Tuesday, 10 p.m. on FX.
Now, what season is this going into?
Season 4. We're going.
So it's not no bull crap. You did 6 episodes and it's gone.
Oh no, this is not 2 episodes and then they handed me a pack of donuts. No,
right.
It was we did we on the 4th season now and it's still going strong, 15 million views a week.
Now Dirty Steve, when he told me, he's like, yo, this guy's super talented, and I said, we're definitely coming through. You're gonna be at the lounge tonight between 6 and 8 on Holland Road, 18 up, and this is gonna be like a meet and greet performance.
Yep.
So do you get this a lot? People go to you and go, oh, you're the guy that wrote that song, dope. But then you go, no, but I have an album. Like, I have other music.
Yeah, because the TV show brings in more people.
Right.
So, yeah, they ask if I have an album.
Right, and then when you tell them, yes, I have numerous. And then now, when you walk into, how does that process work? Most artists that I interview, and Steve included, go, you know, I'm just making records, trying to put on YouTube, trying to get Def Jam to hear, trying to get this person to feature. You went it kind of the opposite direction. Most of the times the TV and the networks call after you've already had #1 records. How can you give us the background on that?
Well, they could have got Snoop, they could have got Nas or whatever.
Right.
But what happened was the guy that put the Gangsta Grass together, his name is Wrench.
Okay.
And I recorded a lot of songs at a studio in Brooklyn, and he had a lot of my acapellas.
Okay.
So he called me one day and said, hey man, do you mind if I take your acapellas and put them over these chopped up hip hop, bluegrass hip hop beats? I said, yeah, go ahead. So we put out a mixtape, and what happened was, for free, we put it out for free. What happened was it got this cult following that we didn't know about.
Right.
So somebody at FX was looking for music for the TV show. They hit us up to do a commercial for the TV show, like just a little for the trailer for FX.
Yeah.
So they used one of the tracks from the mixtape. Then they called us up and said, hey, do you mind, you guys, can you do a theme song? Yeah.
Right, so you basically didn't already have the song done?
No, the song was tailor-made
just for that.
Right, but we had something that was out from vocals I did in 2004, and they used it in 2009 when the show first came out, first season, for the commercial.
Now, did you believe this call? Like when this,
I believed it.
No, I know on the radio, so you gotta play. No,
I really believe. You know why I believed it? Because it was somebody from the. It wasn't Timothy Oliphant. I was like, yeah, right, Tim, it ain't you.
Right.
It was like, you know, some people say Michael Jackson called me, and then they'll hang up, and then they'll call back. Of course. But nah, this happens because I've done commercials for radio before. I did Dr. Pepper. I did Coors Light.
So you know how these calls happen.
Yeah. So I know when it's somebody going, yo, we got this thing for you. I go, yo, that's Al Boogie from around the corner. Right. You know what I mean? But I know when it's that. But I know when it's a guy calling up going, hey, listen, this is so and so from so and so.
So basically, if he sounds white, he's from the network.
Bingo. See, if you call, right, exactly.
Right. So if he's like, hello.
No, I wouldn't if he sounded white, but he definitely was professional about it.
Ron, am I right? If he sounds white, it's like, I'm from Memphis, so can I get you on the phone? I'm going to fly you down here.
Yeah, if people like your tone was popping, then I'm like,
do you like Panera bread? We're going to get you some bread. But if your homie calls, he's like, give me that Whopper. Shut the hell up. Pete, get on the mic real quick. Now, how did you and T.O.N.E.z link up? Like, how did that happen?
I was actually, right after we I started my label, which is Seven City Music Group.
Yep.
And my manager, who is Brenna, the genius at work, Marie, she hit me up, and we were talking about just doing some local stuff and bringing in some artists that had some draw. And she was like, yo, you got to bring in my man T.O.N.E-z. He's got the pool, da-da-da-da-da. And we were talking about doing a show in February with him. And
because you might be bringing him back here.
Right, we're trying to bring him back in February to do a show, and it just worked out. It worked out where I was like, well, we could bring him in, do Toys for Tots, and it's a precursor to the show.
Kind of introduce him to the area. Now, T.O.N.e-z, now let me ask you something. I'm sorry, I just, that's easy. Now, let me ask you this. You being from New York, and you have so much new hip hop coming out.
Yeah.
The Kendrick Lamars, the A$AP Rockies, the Dom Kennedys. I mean, I can go on and on and on.
Right.
If I had to compare you, not FX compare you, meaning what you do, who would you want to go on tour with? Out of the new era, care less.
A$AP.
A$AP.
Yeah.
And is it because of his fan base, meaning they cross over like you? Meaning, like, is that what you're looking for? Or is it the style?
Both.
Okay.
It's a combination.
Because I went to an A$AP Rocky show that was here, that was sold out.
Yeah.
I saw more white girls there than I see at a rock concert.
He's focused.
Yeah. Like, he ain't making pop. Like, he ain't making...
What it is.
Yeah.
Because it's the days of the net. So if you're on the net and you got a huge buzz...
Right.
You know what I mean? Then you can, then you'll know about it.
Of
you know
course,
what I mean?
of
So
course.
that's not saying you don't know about it.
No, I get what you're saying.
That's, so he's doing.
You don't have to. Back in the day, you had to be in the area to know about artists. Now, you just.
Yeah,
I mean, Austin's from L.A. He's from Compton or where the hell he's from.
Yeah, I'll leave him Compton.
Well, he's from Cali.
Right, yeah.
And we know about him here. We knew about Odd Future before Odd Future was, on MTV yelling at people. I want to ask you two more questions before I let you go. An artist that you have not had the opportunity to work with yet. I know there's probably a couple, but top of the head. Nas. Is it a New York thing or just because of lyrics?
He's Nas.
I
think you say Nas and that covers.
Not going to argue with you on it. Second thing is, once you get that FX money, we ain't going to talk about what your check was. That's not what I do. Is. My bad. Currently is.
Yeah.
But people that know music and people that know radio, they know the difference between if your song's used in a major movie or TV show, or if your song's just played, on some B radio station a couple times.
Right.
Where's the hunger come? I mean, you're 4 seasons in, you've got a great check coming in, you're doing shows, whenever you want.
The passion for the music, that has nothing to do with I mean, if it was about the money, then I would just want more. You know what I mean? That would be the motivation.
But what I'm saying is it a Grammy? Is it to break away from FX and come out an album and be able to tour off that album like a Kendrick Lamar? I mean, to me, it's like you've done something that Kendrick Lamar has not done yet.
Actually, I've done something that no one's done.
What's that?
The Emmy nomination for a theme song.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So a lot of artists, they would be like, yo, once I get that, I'm good.
Well, that's a nomination once I win. But once I win, then I just want to do another one.
Right.
And then
so the drive is always there because of the music.
Never die.
Because this is the difference between me and you. Not just the fact that you're black and I'm white.
Right.
I'm white. I know it's.
He's lying.
If somebody walked up to me, and I'm not saying what your check is.
Right.
But if someone walked up to me and said, you know what, we're gonna give you $2 million for this song for the next 4 years. Yeah. I'm moving to Hawaii. I would move to Hawaii and not do a damn thing.
That is a big difference.
God bless you. I wake up at 4 o'clock every morning to go to work. You give me $1 million, I'll make it work. I will make it work.
Well, what you do with that $1 million?
What would I do with it?
Because you might have that million for a year and then be saying, man, I should have stayed in the business.
I promise you this: if I had $1 million, I would never go broke.
I had a feeling you said you ain't got to explain. I got you.
Well, listen, man, I truly appreciate you coming in.
Yes, it's an honor, man.
When Steve hit me up, and Z104 being a top 40 station, we do like to highlight other types of artists, not just the artists you hear every day on the radio. But Steve is a friend of the stations and does a lot in the area, and we support him. So I was like, of course. And then I did my research. I'm like, wow, Steve isn't just selling me on this guy.
Right.
This guy is really doing what Steve is saying. So I was like, yeah, of course we'll bring him in. Steve, anything else you want to say before you leave? Because like I said, after today, I don't want to speak to you for about 6 months. Anything else you want to say about this guy right here?
Check out, just check out season 4. Justify is coming out. It's going to be huge. And
have you been on the show?
Last season I had a little part.
Yeah.
And he might call me back.
Yeah.
He might call me back for season 4.
How was that? Like, was that a little like?
I tell you like this, man. I think people take actors for granted.
No, listen.
They gave me 3 lines and I was standing there, and they was changing scenes, whole scenes, while I was there, and I seen the actors, Timothy and all of them, just sit there and read it and
then go right to it.
And I mean, like right on the spot, and they knew the whole thing, and I'm just sitting there going, I got 3 lines, and I'm like, man,
I'm in radio.
Yeah. And
we're privileged to just talk. We don't have a script. I used to have a TV show. The guys sitting behind me would tell you. I do a morning show with 2 other people. And when we did our TV show, they would have lines. They wouldn't give me cue cards because I couldn't do it. They would just say, Shaggy, just be you. Because we would be there for hours. And it would be, join us this afternoon to go see, such and such. And I couldn't get it.
They got me trapped, my mind's on another planet. So I'm back, revenge is like a bad habit. Look at my waist, it's looking like my gag's tatted. I'm about to load it and cock it and aim and shoot it till your hate splattered. Line them up, I knock them down, bring all your bosses in. Massacre, leave you praying over your porcelain.